Okay, cool. So I'm here with Mark from Suicide Silence on the Devil Driver tour. How's it going, man?
It's going all right. Just hanging out.
Yeah. You look a little bit tired. Is this a really rough tour?
This is just the way I look.
24/7.
I constantly either look like I'm stoned or really tired.
Yeah.
Yesterday we had a day off and we went to fucking theme park and rode roller coasters. I got good night's sleep. I feel awesome.
Awesome. Now, this is a pretty big tour. I mean, you know, when you first found out you were going to be on the tour, how excited were you?
Really excited. Definitely because we've toured with Behemoth before, and I love that band. Yeah. And I had never heard of Malefice or Trigger the Bloodshed before, but I met Trigger the Bloodshed at Download, saw them, and I was like, hell yeah, this is going to be a good tour. And then never toured with Devil Driver, and all of the bands are just awesome. So it's a good time.
Now, how have the fans been reacting to you guys then? Because you know, deathcore it is sort of deathcore on the metal bill, isn't it? And the whole deathcore term is a bit controversial in itself. I mean, is it going down well?
Yeah, it's going down really well. I mean, it's definitely like one of those things where we were kind of nervous about it, just because we thought it was going to be more of a really metal tour, like you said, and we even set our set for this tour to be like mostly new stuff, because we're like, let's not play any old stuff because we need to play new songs that we haven't, you know, played in front of people, and we didn't think that we were going to be playing in front of people that even really knew who or cared who we were. But everything's going really good, and you know, all in all, it's a fucking 10 out of 10 tour. It's good.
Yeah, cool. You guys played Download as well this year. I mean, how was that for you?
It was cool. It was kind of like we overdid it, I think, the night before, and then we played it like.
I remember I interviewed you in the morning. It was just like.
Yeah, it was like fucking stupid. And we played at noon or 12:30 or something like that, and we were really tired. But I mean, once we went out there and there's like a sea of people, it was just like holy shit, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Really, it's still my background on my computer is the crowd at Download. It was a cool time.
Is it definitely one of your best shows so far then to date, do you think?
Oh, I mean, it was the most people we played in front of for sure. I mean, but I don't know about the best. It was one of my favorites for sure.
You don't get shows like that back in the States, really, do you?
Not like huge festivals like that. Like I was talking about that when I was there. I was like, this is like Woodstock, but like crazier. Yeah. You know, and like 4 people died at Woodstock, and you know nobody dies at Download.
88, I think so too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Burst your bubble.
Exactly.
It wasn't called Download. It was.
Monsters of Rock. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Your latest album then, No Time to Bleed, has been out for a little while. How happy are you with the fan reactions on that album?
So far, it's cool. I mean, I think it goes to say, everybody's like, oh, I like your old stuff more, but that's like how every band is ever. So, I mean, can't expect everybody to be like,
but
oh,
you're only on your second album,
I know,
though, so you know, it's like to like old Suicide stuff is like
There's
not that old.
There's no such thing as old Suicide Silence. Exactly, it's like 2 years old, so fuck it. Yeah. But no, I'm satisfied, and really, it's kind of like, you know, we do this to have fun and write shit that we want to write, and this record is definitely on the right path for us to becoming like more of what we want to be like. So, and we're still young, we're still growing, and I'm really stoked about how the record is and how people are reacting. So
cool. How are all the new songs going down live?
Really good. So far, we're playing more of our new shit than we've ever even played of our old stuff, and it's going over really well. Everybody's really excited about it, and even when before we started playing some of these songs, people were yelling for them and have been yelling for them, and like Wasted and Disengage and stuff like that. Yeah. So I mean, they're going good.
Were you surprised when it entered the Billboard? It was like number 32,
I was surprised by how high it was. Yeah. Everybody is on the Billboard now, you know?
Oh, yeah,
and in the state, it's like no one's selling records, so it's like you could sell 2,000 records and you're still in the top 200 somewhere. But I mean, I was definitely surprised from, you know, the Cleansing we were number like 94 or 92 or something like that, and then now we're like 32 was this time, so it was crazy for sure.
How is your following in the States compared to your following over in the UK? Is there much of a difference, or is it near the same?
I don't know. It's hard to kind of. I think over here,
a huge country. It's just sort of hard to tell.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to tell. As far as like over here, the scene or whatever the hell you want to call it, it's younger. So it's like they're kind of the way that everybody was in the States maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Like everybody's got stupid looking hair and like, you know, dresses really weird, and it's that's kind of like slowly going away in the States, and everyone's just, you know, starting to look a little more normal and grow their hair out and shit. I guess that's not really normal. Yeah, I don't really know, but it just seems a little younger out here for sure.
Cool. Now, the music industry has just changed completely over the past 20 years. What's your predictions for the future of today's industry?
I think that eventually record labels are going to have to figure out a new way to get music to people because everyone just downloads it. I think that record labels are either going to just go completely away, and everyone, because I mean, a lot of bands nowadays are still in their contracts, they're big contracts, and they don't really have a choice but to continue with the contract. But it's like, you know, huge bands, they're not going to want to sign to a label because they could just put shit out themselves and make 100% of the profits and do it themselves.
I mean, like, labels are pushing for 360 deals now, but like, is that even worth it? I mean,
in my opinion, no. But I mean, who knows really? They could figure out a way to make it more worth it. But I don't know. I think that it's going to become more on like an independent thing if bands are smart and, you know, do that. But
do you think there'll ever be an internet-based solution where people can go on the internet and, you know, it doesn't affect the sales too much?
No. I think the internet fucked it all up for everything. Yeah, totally. Because it's like they say in the States, if you sell 15,000 records first week, you're doing 30,000 or 40,000. So it's like half of your sales are going to downloads, and you don't see anything for that except for people coming to your shows, which is cool. But I mean, we know it. The only money that we make is from selling our T-shirts. So it's like,
so you gotta sell a lot of T-shirts.
Gotta sell a lot of T-shirts. Yep, that's why Behemoth has all these T-shirts over here.
Cool. Now, how did you actually first get into heavy metal? Then, what was like the first thing that sort of drove you to listen to heavy music?
Well, I guess it was, I mean, I started pretty young. My dad plays guitar, and he was in like kind of an 80s metal type band called Johnny Blaze, like a hair metal band called Johnny Blaze. And I don't know, I kind of got turned on to like Van Halen and Journey and stuff. Like I was listening to Steve Vai when I was in kindergarten. Not that that's like metal, but you know, it's a gateway to where I went. And like originally what I really liked was Motley Crue and Black Sabbath and like Ozzy and stuff like that. So it's around third grade, I think, when I was wearing like Ozzy T-shirts and stuff like that. So yeah, roughly like 80s metal got me into it, and then I heard, you know, Slayer and Pantera and like stuff like that, and then, you know, then the new metal stuff came. It was like Cold Chamber and Slipknot, and I got into Meshuggah around the same time too. So yeah, it was easy for me because my dad's a musician. So.
Yeah, cool. Now, what are Suicide Silence's plans after this tour with Devil Driver then?
We go to mainland Europe. We do direct support to Caliban. And then after that, we go back to the States, and we're doing support to Megadeth, and Machine Head is over us, and then Megadeth's headlining. Do that for like a month. And then we get home around just like middle December, take Christmas off, take New Year's off, and then we're going to start writing in January again. So we don't really have any touring plans as far as now. Trying to do a headliner in the States, and then possibly coming back here in February if that works out, but I don't know if it will. It's so close, and we haven't really got it together yet. But yeah. Yeah,
were you surprised when you found out you're going to be playing with Megadeth? Because that's quite an accomplishment.
Well, yeah, because we got that Slayer tour.
Yeah, Canadian Carnage, right?
Yeah.
How did that go?
It was fucking awesome. But it was like we knew about that since December or like November, or maybe even October of '07. We knew we were going to be doing that. So, and then it was going to be a full U.S., and then it got turned into all Canada, and we're like, okay, well, that's still cool. And then Megadeth's on it too. We're like, all right, that's even fucking cooler. And then we did it, and then they were all really cool. And then we got offered the Megadeth. We thought it was going to be Gigantor, but it turned into what it is. And Dave's a really cool guy, and he's kind of gave us the, come on, let's do this kind of thing. So, and we're glad to have him kind of on our side. Cool. So
after January, when you start writing, do you think you'll think about getting back in the UK in time for that?
We always want to be here. It's a good market. It's like everybody here loves us, and like all the fans are like straight.
We've got really crazy fans, like hardcore. I've seen loads of Suicide tattoos.
Tattoos.
I've seen a chest piece.
That's fucking ridiculous. But it's awesome here. It's great. All the shows are really good, and everybody fucking buys merch and hangs out, and they're not like, you know, disrespectful. They're all really cool people to party with, and it's a good time.
Yeah, cool. Well, Mark, I want to thank you for hanging out with me, and have a great show tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Cheers.